We have an immigration problem. It's a big problem in this country. And there are young kids and teens who are riding on trains and traveling to this country and they end up getting hurt. And there are young families traveling from Mexico to the other side who are confused, have nowhere to go, they have no money, all they have is the shirts on their backs. And that's a big problem. It's a broken system. There are major issues, and the US government has been funding these people to help them get places to where they need to be able to live in this country. And the Democrats and Republicans have been fighting over this issue, and they continue to squabble, and they try to sweep it under the rug, making it look like it's not a big deal, but really it is, because it's not only hurting our economy, but it's also being able to help these people and through their problems. And I have some evidence that shows that the US Congress is coming up with a solution to help fix this issue. The Washington Post did a poll by asking Congress what they thought of both plans. 37% of folks in Congress like the Democratic plan, 40% of Congress like the Republican plan, and 13% really didn't care. 2% liked both, and 7% had no opinion and really didn't care. If you were to told who wants a plan, if you add up all the percentages, you have 79% of Congress had a plan. And then the Washington Post decided to go to the American people. They decided to go to the public to ask them what they thought about this. And they went to different news organizations such as NBC, Washington Journal, USA Today, CBS New York Times, Washington Post, and ABC. And the NBC Washington Journal poll shows that 38% support the immigration action, 48% oppose it, and 14% have no opinion. The USA Today poll shows that 42% support the immigration action, 46% oppose it, and 12% have no opinion. Then the CBS New York Times poll shows that 51% support it, 43% oppose it, and 6% have no opinion. Then the Washington Post ABC poll shows that 52% support it, 44% oppose it, and 5% have no opinion. If you were to add up all of the percentages of those that support it, you get 48%. If you add up all those that oppose it, you get 45%. And if you add up all the no opinion percentages, you get 9%. Both of these polls show that Congress has a plan. This shows that the American public are concerned and they want something done about it. And they want people to come live in this country, but they have to go through the proper channels, to go through the proper legal system to become a U.S. citizen in this country. This next poll is by the Washington Post, which in blue shows those who support, and in green shows those who oppose. A path to citizenship, 59% support it, 40% oppose it, and a path to citizenship with penalties, 74% support it, 26% oppose it, and path to legal status without citizenship is 39% support it and 40% oppose it. This shows you that people want people who come to this country to have penalties. Those who cross the border illegally should face penalties, and those who want to become U.S. citizens should go through the proper channels to become a U.S. citizen and to not just wiggle their way through the legal system without going through the proper channels. This poll is since 2002, the enforcement budget has tripled since 2002. 2002, it was $6.2 billion. In 2006, it was $12.5 billion, and in 2012, $18 billion. That has tripled since 2002. Between the fiscal year of 2002 and 2006, it has doubled from $6.2 billion to $12.5 billion. And from 2006 to 2012, funding went another 43%. It jumped to 43% between 2002 and 2012. And we have to do something about this because spending is getting out of control. This is going through the roof. It may be $18 billion now, but it's going to get a lot worse by 2033. Because in the next 20 years, we're going to be paying a lot higher to help these people get across the border to the other side. And you can tell by both of these that people want them to be able to live in this country, but they have to go through the proper channels. And it's causing the U.S. government to have to pay to cover for people who are coming into this country illegally or want to become a U.S. citizen. And that's making a lot of problems for the US government and also for the American people, because they have to pay out of pocket with their taxpayer money to help pay for these people and get them to live on the US soil. And the budget is a big issue. And Democrats and Republicans have to be able to work this problem out. If they don't, it's going to go through the roof and it's going to get a lot worse in the next 20 years or beyond. And in conclusion, you've seen from both charts that Congress has a plan. And you've seen the American people have expressed their opinion that they want the people to be able to live in this country, but they have to go through the proper legal channels to become a U.S. citizen, and not to just to wiggle their way through the legal system without becoming an American. And you've seen how people want people to become a citizen, but if they come here legally, they have to be penalized. Because you can't just sit there and say, you know, just come on in. And then the budget is a big issue, and it needs to be fixed today.